Kia ora rā koutou, te whānau whānui, nau mai huri mai ki tēnei wāhanga. You're with Pure, and your name is?
Oho Mairangi.
Tēnā koe. She's my new moko. She doesn't know it yet. She's obviously not that keen either. But we are very lucky to have in our Ngāpuhi Haukainga podcast is Dr. Moana Eruera, who is the, I don't know if it's the CE or the CEO or the see you later or whatever, of Ngāpuhi Iwi Social Services. Tēnā koe tuihine, and lovely to have you here.
Kia ora, Pio.
Kia ora. Hey, Waitangi, huge, fantastic, beautiful vibe. Ngāpuhi Iwi Social Services, I'm very familiar with, part of the whānau actually. But why have you decided to come here? What's the kaupapa behind this?
Pio, we've been, just personally, I've attended Waitangi mai rāno, for years and years and years as a young person and as an adult, and I just think the experience of Waitangi is something that we all have to have. The whanaungatanga, catching up with people, but more importantly, understanding Waitangi, what is it? The document itself, but also the place, the whenua, all of those things. So Ngāpuhi Iwi Social Services coming to Waitangi is making sure that young people and whānau, tamariki, can have an opportunity to experience that, have some fun in our tent, talk to us about what they think is important, talk to us about what they think Waitangi and te tiriti o Waitangi is, and just an opportunity to help them learn a little bit more deeply about te tiriti me he whakaputanga.
I've been observing our rangatahi next door to us, and the other thing that just the development of talent, for them to actually take ownership of that space, that's e mea nui tērā, to have that confidence,
I've done quite a lot of work in the past with young people,
Yeah.
and heaps of it has been about how do we get young people to lead out,
Yeah.
or how do we allow, it's more about the adults stepping back and being confident that young people can do it.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe that, if you're an adult who doesn't believe young people have got it,
Yeah.
or that they need a lot of supervision or all of those things, then you're probably not going to encourage any of that. So for lots of our adults, that's a hard thing to let go.
Yeah.
And feeling like you have to supervise everything, or you have to be in charge, or all of those things. So I think there's a lot of learning for adults in what these tai tamariki are doing, and they are just
They're nailing
fabulous.
it. They're nailing it. And it's about succession, It's about, as kaumātua sitting back going, wow, look at these young people, and I actually played a part in that, which is cool. Yeah.
Sometimes too, I think adults think they don't want to set young people up or make it too hard for them.
Yeah.
So, for example, for Oho Mairangi, coming in here and sitting next to you and listening, learning, picking up some tips and some hints is awesome. Some people would think, that's a big thing to let an 11-year-old do, Is that a responsible thing
to do.
for us to do, or are we putting her in a place that's too hard?
Yeah.
So I think there's weighing up those things and being able to make sure that she feels safe and supported, that she can contribute or not.
Yeah.
She doesn't feel like it. All of those things.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're trying to keep them safe, but actually being a little bit too overbearing. And the other times we maybe putting them in a place and not supporting them well enough. So adults get nervous about that, I think, too,
Yeah, and that comes from a motivation of tiaki and aroha too, which is really good. But even if we look back, I've got quite a few years on you, but when we look back, we were doing heaps of stuff when we were younger, and that sort of changed a bit these days,
Yeah.
So I think we have to do it. Do you feel scared of me, but
No.
I'm a nice person?
Yeah.
She's been forced to do this. No, she hasn't.
I think that one of the other things about us being here with the Mana Mokopuna, or the Children's Commissioner team, is just a perfect partnership for us.
Yeah.
As you know, we've been hammering some of the government agencies, Oranga Tamariki, and trying to advocate hard for tamariki rights if they're in care or if they're in the youth justice, if they've been offending, all of those kinds of things. So we're working on solutions, and I think having that partnership with the Commission is just, Claire is great. She advocates hard. She knows her place when she's with tangata whenua. She doesn't try to overstep.
Yeah.
So I think
and that's a respect thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So we're doing, I think it's a great partnership that we've got with them, and we're just at the beginning stages of that. So we're trying to just do this Waitangi activity together, and then continue to grow the relationship with the Commission.
That's fantastic.
Also with ARCO. So ARCO design, what better way for tamariki to express themselves than through mahi ātoi or for artwork, creative design, all of those things. So trying to think about all the different ways that tamariki can express themselves.
The vision is te aki mokopuna-led, you know, and how has that been? Because are you 2 years into the role?
I've been in the role 2 years.
Yep.
Nissa's been running 30 plus years. So it's got a long history. I think that we're working really hard on our own Ngāpuhi ways of healing.
Yep.
Ngāpuhi models.
Yep.
Te reo o Ngāpuhi. So I think as Māori, we've moved past kaupapa Māori, Kaupapa Māori is generic. It's like we're all the same. So we're our iwi, our hapu, and trying to make sure that the practice or the way that we understand the world is through the lens of our own hapu and working in the healing space. With tamariki and whānau have been hurt in some way mostly around what does that look like. So what does that look like for reconnection? It looks like having some understanding of how to introduce yourself in te reo, singing a waiata that has our tupuna ingoa in it. You know, like there's just
real identity,
many ways that we can do that are powerful.
Yeah, but, you know, I've watched our team work because I'm a small part of that team as well. And when you say we're doing it the Ngāpuhi way, that doesn't mean that we don't share what we learn with our wider whānau from other areas, that's for sure. And vice versa. We need to help each other.
Yeah. And I also believe that all mātauranga is valid. So I also don't disregard other knowledge bases. So, yeah, I think as Māori, we went through a stage where we just rejected everything. Tauiwi. But actually there's taonga in everybody's knowledge, not just ours. Ours is the foundation. But, but that there are other knowledges that can help us too.
Biggest challenges moving forward, do you think?
Well, I think this political environment's hard.
Yeah.
So it's hard for our whānau. The whānau we work with, we see many more whānau coming in just for basic needs. So no kai. Up here you need petrol to get everywhere, as you know. So no kai, no transport because they haven't got petrol or they haven't got a warrant. Housing. So all of those basic needs have ramped up. That puts more pressure on us, the organisation, to have enough people, to have enough resource to be able to really tautoko those whānau. So the investment in our work is a challenge.
Yes.
I think, though, you know, we pretty much work as much as we can, doing whatever we can.
With what you have.
With what we get.
Yes.
So we're pretty generous in the way that we work with people. So I think that is a big part of it. I think, though, the political environment not understanding te ao Māori is just they don't understand that that's the way we work because that's best for our people. So they don't see the gold, the taonga that sits inside that and value it.
And the potential.
So that's where we're having to push, evidence everything, you know, all of those things, which just takes us away from our time supporting whānau. Right,
your core business. That sounds a bit cold, actually, sorry, but you know what I mean. The other thing is when we've never owned the narrative about who we are, really. And I'm really excited about the way we are utilising technology to get out there to support our brand, to show all the awesome things. That's a big part of what NIS does, eh? You know, the road trip we did, and reconnecting with our whānau that aren't in the north.
The biggest message that we got from that hikoi around the motu, connecting with Ngāpuhi whānau, was connection. We want to connect.
Yeah.
How can we connect if we live in Dunedin?
Yeah.
But we're Ngāpuhi and we want to be a part of what you're doing. So it was really good for us to be challenged to think more about that, eh?
Yeah.
How do we involve people more,
Yeah.
whakapapa to us, but live outside of the rohe, because 2/3 of our iwi population live somewhere else. So, but for us, we're really focused on tamariki and tai tamariki and their whānau, but making sure that we have tai tamariki ways of connecting with us. So social media is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Although we just had a panel of young people, and they are very coy with their analysis of social media.
Yeah.
So they don't all buy into it.
No.
Most of them use it, but I think they're pretty good at understanding what's real, what they'll believe.
The sense that I'm getting of some of our rangatahi see it as a bit of an intrusion on their journey and on their space as Māori, eh? Which is a really, really Hey, do you use social media? How old are you first, my darling?
11.
Wow, you're old. Double figures. So what about you in social media? I mean, I know you've been brought up i roti te ao Māori, but you mentioned before you play netball with a lot of your non-Māori whānau. So what about social media for you? Is it a big thing in your life?
No, I don't even have a phone.
Well, that answers that, doesn't it? Really? Because, a lot of people are really struggling with that whole concept of like 8 or 9-year-olds having phones. And do you think you're being hard done by or disadvantaged?
No.
Yeah. You're sweet as.
Yeah.
Isn't it good to hear, eh?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the older teenagers as well are stepping away from it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We've gone. Ngāpuhi Iwi Social Services has gone quite a long way down the track with utilising some of those platforms, because it's easy to stretch to whānau who aren't close to us.
Yeah.
But
it still needs to be there, though, I think. Yeah. Just to wrap up, you've been coming here for a while. What's Waitangi Day or Waitangi compared to your early visits here? What have you seen that has changed?
I think that more tauiwi, non-Māori attend.
Yeah.
I think they feel confident and okay to come.
And comfortable.
I don't think it's as aggressive.
Yep.
The political kind of challenge isn't as aggressive as it used to be.
Yeah. But because I haven't been coming, it wasn't part of my world in my early years. Do you think that aggression at that time, drawing a line in the sand to that degree, was totally called for?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't think we would have got noticed if that wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it's changed. The way that we deliver our messages now are different.
Yeah.
This generation is taken a completely different approach to some of the way that they challenge.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite different.
Yeah.
The numbers, I think, have increased heaps for Waitangi, and I think people's understanding of Te Tiriti o Waitangi, what it means for us, is grown heaps.
Yeah. And of course, the reo is a vehicle for that and all the rest of it, which continues to sort of bulldoze its way forward beautifully, eh?
Yeah. But my boys, they used to come every year when we came. They couldn't understand when they talked to their mates who'd never been.
Yes.
Just like, because that was part of our every year. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Beautiful.
And they would come, and one of them was in kapahaga and the other one was in hip hop dancing, so they would actually participate in the activities and then catch up with people, have a nice kai, sit and have a swim,
and
all
listen.
of those things.
And feel the warmth, eh?
Yeah.
One of the things that I've noticed too is the amount of people celebrating, correct me if I'm wrong, celebrating Waitangi in their own rohe, eh? Hey, that's changed. That's upped
Yes,
heaps,
yes.
which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's really good for people who can't afford to
Yep.
come up or celebrate. Different communities celebrate it in different ways.
Yeah, they're really good. Hey, we're going to have to call it, unless you've got anything else you'd like to
No.
ask me. You sure?
Yeah.
Do you want to go and get me some cake?
No.
Okay, I love you. You're fantastic. I'm going to adopt you, kid. Nō reira, tēnā koe moana mō o mahi rangatira, me enei kōrero papai, me koe hoki, te wāhine te kōtiro ahua hakahihi, engari e paina. He mea pai tērā. Kia ora everyone, and thanks for being here.